Howdy guys, I am Rurumiki and today I am beginning a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy IV The After Years, the sequel to Final Fantasy IV. I just finished up the Steam remake of Final Fantasy IV a few months ago, and it was easily one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. Wonderful story, wonderful characters, and I'm really eager to see how the story continues in the after years. So I just started up the game here and just think we'll go ahead and watch the opening scene really fast. A couple of familiar faces here. We've got Cecil and Rosa with their child. Guess they lived happily ever after. Let's see, they've got a baby girl, maybe? I can't really tell just yet. Oh, nope, a boy. Alright, looks like their child is following in the father's footsteps as far as being a member of the, what was it, the Red Wings? Red Barons? I don't remember, it's been a few months since I played Final Fantasy IV. There's the proud parents, loving this little opening theme too. Alright, flying off into the horizon and, oh, Young is back with a very pretty young lady. Looks like they're training. And that's not our Spoony Bard, is it? And, not sure who those two were. Oh, is that's not Palam and Parome, is it? I think, oh, it must be. They're a couple of mages. That's gotta be Edge. It can't be anyone else but Edge. Alright, so it looks like there's going to be a bunch of familiar... Oh, Rydia. And no, not sure who that is. Oh, and Kain is back. Alright, so we're gonna have a lot of familiar faces and lots of adventure. I don't know how big this game is going to be. You know, I'm not sure how great Final Fantasy sequels tend to be, but I'm hoping this one will be really awesome, especially if we're gonna have some familiar faces in it. Alright, Final Fantasy IV, The After Years. Let's get started then. Alright, select tail. Oh, okay, so this is how it works. Everyone... Oh, okay, so it's not just one story. I guess all of these unlock as you finish each one. Well, that's pretty interesting. That's definitely different. Alright, well let's start with this one. Ceodor's Tale, The Last of the Red Wings. Alright, it was called the Red Wings, not the Red Barons. Alright, Ceodor, the Crown Prince of Baron, defies his mother's wishes and joins the illustrious Red Wings to prove his prowess as a knight. But when the Red Wings are destroyed by an enemy ambush, Ceodor alone must set out to save all he loves with the aid of a hooded stranger. Alright, sounds like a good tale. You've got the child defying his mother. That's always a good start. Long ago, this blue planet was saved by the prayers of an entire people. Two moons became one anew, and the time inexplorably marched on. The day of departure has arrived for the heir of the Holy Paladin. In the skies above the airship, two moons rise listlessly, one ominously growing ever larger. Why has this dark harbinger returned? A new destiny has begun to unfold, and yet, as always, the crystals shed only their silent light. Ooh, sorry I had to read that kind of fast. Ceodor's Tale, The Last of the Red Wings, because the text just moves automatically. I didn't get to push any buttons there, so had to quickly spit that out. Sorry for stumbling over a couple of words there. Soldier, Captain Biggs! The Adamant Isle is in sight. Biggs, very good. Wedge, you don't look well, Prince Ceodor. Prince of Baron, Ceodor Harvey. Wedge, I can tell you're nervous about this. After all, it is your first deployment. He looks too young to be deployed. Try talking with some of the other soldiers to take your mind off matters. Oh wow, no fooling around, huh? I guess I'm gonna jump right into it. Okay, so just off the bat, the graphics look exactly like the Final Fantasy IV remake, where it's this kind of silly 3D and everyone kind of looks like they're walking on a couple of stilt legs. And, oh, looks like I'm gonna have up to 5 people in the party, which 5 people was kind of a lot. I like 4, but, you know, I'm not gonna complain. And, there's items, magic, bands. I don't know what the heck a band is. That's something different. Alright, the menu seems a little bit on the slow side. There's quite a bit of delay when I'm looking around there. This definitely looks like a mobile port, doesn't it? Alright, so, and there's also, what is this down here under my little cursor where there's like a phase and effect? So right now we're under the waxing moon, and that seems to, I guess that means white magic is boosted and black magic is less effective? I'm not sure what that means. I'm sure I'll find out in time. Gosh, and there's a big, giant, ugly map in the top left. Boy, that's an eyesore. It takes up about 1/4 of the screen. Alright, well, let me go ahead and walk around talking to people. Your father, King Cecil, achieved knighthood by passing this trial himself. Did you know that he actually served as captain of the Red Wings before becoming king? I'm sure, I'm Cecil's child. I'm sure I heard all of the old man's tales. Monsters don't play favorites. Royalty or peasants, they aren't picky about their prey. It's just as true for us Red Wings, too, I suppose. You may be the Crown Prince of Baron, but it means nothing here on this ship. Oh, good to know my place, and good that there's a Biggs and a Wedge. Hard to have a Final Fantasy game without Biggs and Wedge, isn't it? We are currently on our way to the Adamant Isle, a very small landmass in the middle of the ocean. It is the staging ground for your initiation trial in becoming a knight, my lord. It goes without saying, of course, how overjoyed your father Cecil is to see you finally taking on this task. Alright, my gosh, I'm like only a kid. He can't be like this demanding of me, can he? Of course he can. The Adamant Isle looks peaceful enough at first glance, I'll give you that, but there's this grotto there, a holy land of sorts. All knight trainees train there at least once. Oh, great. The Red Wings are the pride of Baron, the most elite of our kingdom's forces. We may not be at war, but our training regimen is as fierce and grueling as always. How you feeling now, my lord? Better? Sure. I suppose so. I can certainly understand what you're going through, my lord. But considering your bloodline, there's nothing for you to be worried about. Yeah, really, he's the son of my bloodline? Of a white mage archer, dark knight paladin. Yes, my lord. You have inherited the blood of 2 great heroes. King Cecil the Paladin and Queen Rosa the White Mage. Well, Cecil wasn't always a paladin, and Rosa was pretty good with the bow, too, just saying. That doesn't mean anything. I am just another soldier being tested for knighthood. Don't kid yourself, boy. You're no soldier yet. You're nothing but a squire. Joining the Red Wings isn't the easy lark it was back in King Cecil's day. I know that. That's why I'm here today, too. Whoa! Did he just punch Theodore? Prince Theodore! You've got a lot to learn, boy, starting with how to keep that mouth of yours shut. Ready to touch down on the Adamant Isle, Captain? Good. All hands, landing stations! Jeez, Biggs just clocked Theodore right across the face. With friends like these, who needs enemies, right? Alright, Red Wings. looking dapper as ever. I like that it's reusing a lot of the Final Fantasy IV music as well, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Alright, we're slowly sauntering off the ship here. Here's our stop, Theodore, the Adamant Isle. You are to report to the village of Mithril up ahead and await further orders. Got it? Yes, sir. Can't hear you. Say it like you mean it, boy. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. As sorry as ever before. Well, gosh, he's just a bucket of puppies and sunshine and rainbows. Oh wow, it already spit me out on the world here. Well, shoot, I guess I should go ahead and save. Okay, so I'm already on the world. I'm just gonna push some buttons here and try to figure out what everything does. Alright, there's the world map. So, alright, well, I guess I'm supposed to go here first, so here I'll go. Mithril. Oh look, we've got someone with Minnie, someone with Piggy, and someone with Frog. Oh gosh, everyone's got something wrong with them in this town, don't they? Your mission in this trial is to obtain the Knight's Emblem housed deep inside the Adamant Isle Grotto. But there is one condition, boy. You can't enter the grotto until the moon is at its fullest. You'd best get yourself ready before then, mentally and physically. Is there any reason why I have to wait for the full moon, sir? Huh, so you don't know about that either. Oh, this is gonna be a long day, I'll tell you that. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get some kind of explanation for the whole, moon system here. That's kind of cool, so I guess maybe certain in-game events will be based around a, moon timer, calendar type thing. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go on here. Oh, okay, I thought he was gonna explain it right now. Well, tell me! Oh, nope, he's just gonna be grouchy and complain about the long day. Alright, fair enough. How about you, Wedge? The light from the moon casts its effects upon all the creatures of our blue planet. No monsters can escape from its influence, and neither can you, Prince Theodore. Black magic, white magic, even physical attacks are all affected by the phase of the moon. But remember this, the moon cycles between phases with the passage of time, my lord. You will need to adjust your battle tactics with the current phase to survive out on the field. Okay, hold on, this sounds like this is just kind of almost needlessly complicated here, but I'm gonna let you continue. What happens during a full moon? Black magic becomes stronger, but physical attacks are half as powerful. White magic is unaffected. Wow, so physical attacks are half as powerful? That is going to have to be something I really do account for, because that's a pretty... 50% is a lot. So our swords become a liability during a full moon? Not necessarily. Our attack power is halved, but that applies to the monsters as well. What's more, my lord, you are gifted with white magic from Queen Rosa. If your tactics match the current moon phase, then you will never be at a true disadvantage in battle. Now then, perhaps we could stay at the inn until the full moon arrives. I was gonna say, that's my next question. How do I get the moon to actually change phases? And I guess it's based on how much, I don't know if it's in-game time or if it's me resting. Alright, so this guy's got Minnie, I guess, or maybe he's just a gnome. Oh wait, is this the, are these gnomes or do they have Minnie on them? I don't know yet. Oh my, Prince Theodore of Baron, we don't have very much here, but please make yourself at home. It's been a while since I've played Final Fantasy IV, so I don't quite remember the shtick of every single town. So I know there was like a gnome town or something, wasn't there? Remember, you can save anywhere you want on the field map. That'll come in handy someday, believe me. In dungeons, though, you're only allowed to save at the special save points you'll find. Well, quick save is a good way to save during dungeons, but, you know, the data gets deleted as soon as you reload. It's just, I think that was more of a feature for mobile games that I've kind of abused to, you know, save before a sticky situation so I wouldn't have to go all the way at the beginning of a dungeon. Alright, here's a little piggy man. Press M to run and bam, it's done. Press M to run and bam, it's done. Press M to run and bam, it's done. All together now. Press M to run and bam, it's done. Don't you ever forget it, man. Alright, so I'm playing with the controller. I'm not using a keyboard. Yeah, M is map when I push M on my keyboard. I think you're drunk, Piggy. Go home. And little frogman here. Maybe it's because there's only one moon again, but tectonic activity has made this island a lot larger. Not that it's much compared to the big continents, of course. Alright. Here we go. Found a tent. That's, one thing I do very vividly remember about this game is all the wall humping I did to make sure I get all the little treats and treasures, and, you know, I still miss half of them. When the gauge next to someone's name is filled up in battle, that means that character's turn is coming up next, but you've still got options, of course. If another party's member's gauge is also full, try pressing tab. You'll let the other party member take their turn first. Alright, so kind of standard Final Fantasy tactics there. Found a potion. Good. Glad I'm finding all these goodies. Nothing in the well, though. Alright, alright, well there's no real reason to check out the weapons store now, and look at them getting fancy with this angle here. We've got like an actual angled room. It's kind of like they're trying to be all fancy, I don't know. The Red Wings in the name of the fleet, right? Or is the name of the fleet, right? Not the airships? Ha! I totally knew that. Totally. Are you the guy from Baron who's here to become a knight and everything? The grotto's home is home to some fearsome monsters. I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. Welcome. Alright, so I have 100 gills, so I can buy like a shield if I wanted to, but I already have one equipped, so no real reason to get any of that. Maybe I'll get some more money later. Hey, we're the Mithril Brothers, and we're ready to rock, baby. We would be, anyway, if I hadn't lost my precious ring. Maybe I dropped it while I was resting in the tall grass. Oh, did I get my first side quest already? Would you help our boss find his ring? Alright, I guess, is it behind you in this tall grass? No? Would you help our boss find his ring? Alright, I guess I have no choice when you guys are so demanding. Alright, little froggy weaponsmith, and, you know, I guess I already have this broadsword equipped and I can't afford the longsword. King Cecil is a great man, wouldn't you agree? And his queen Rosa, oh, such a kind, beautiful woman. How I envy that king. Yeah, I really liked Rosa a lot, but honestly I just really like the whole white mage with a bow thing. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, nothing over here. I'm checking in the tall grass for our piggy oh, found a ruby ring. That looks like an accessory. Can I equip that? I think I can. Ooh. Alright, that seems like a pretty nice ring, but I should probably give that back to who it belongs to instead of being selfish. Here's your ring. Hey, this is my ring. You actually found this for me? Thanks a bunch, man. I feel like a new pig. Here's a little something for finding the ring. Go ahead, take it. Received 500 gil. I kind of feel like I should have kept the ring. Maybe the ring would have been better. I don't know. Fighting is fine and all, but sometimes the best way to survive is to turn tail and run. To flee, just press the M button during battle. Of course, there are certain enemies from whom you can't flee, so watch it. Alright, well, once again, I'm not using a keyboard. I do actually have a PlayStation... I'm trying to get over here. I have a PlayStation 4 controller that I'm going to use during this, so yeah. Some magic can be cast on your whole party or on a whole group of enemies at once. There are several ways to go about doing this. Try pressing the Target All button on the lower left of the screen. You can also target all allies or enemies by pressing right or left while a party member or enemy is selected. Left and right toggles between enemies and allies when applicable. So I'm thinking this is going to be pretty much the same as Final Fantasy IV, which means I still don't use a keyboard. I'm just going to mash buttons until I figure out what does what. I hear the guy who lives in the grotto has made a hobby out of collecting rare tails. Tails, as in the things that are attached to the behind of animals? Weird. Alright, so this is our item store here. Phoenix Downs cost a pretty penny, and I'll probably need some, but I'll hold off for now and hope that I get those as drops. But I don't know, I got this 500 gil from the piggy there. I kind of feel like I should maybe go buy some new equipment, but the game just started. I'm sure I'll be fine. Oh my, Prince Theodore of Baron. We don't have very much here, but please make yourself at home. Well, I planned on it, thank you. Alright, so I don't think there's any more treasures in the town here. I think I've done an okay job of checking off the nooks and crannies, but maybe not. There was another guy who took the night trial once. Someone with the same eyes as yours, but that was ages ago. Ah, that must have been Pops. When he was a Dark Knight or whatever, before he went Paladin on us. The Red Wings are Baron's most elite airship fleet, right? I thought that was one heck of an airship there, but no wonder, huh? Alright, how about you? He wouldn't have had this period of peace without the selfless efforts of King Cecil and Queen Rosa. Yeah, we definitely have a nice period of peace here, but the fact that I'm playing this game right now means the peace is soon going to be over with for reasons yet unknown, right? That's how video games work, right? Alright, I guess I'm going to be staying the night here. Welcome, will you be staying with us tonight? Yes. Gosh, I haven't even been in combat yet. Just been running around town. Oh, okay, so I guess the resting at the inn is what changes the phases of the moon. Alright, so we're back out in Mithril here, and here's one of the Red Wings. Captain Biggs is waiting for you at the grotto. Please, hurry. Alright. Don't rush me. Captain Biggs, okay, he just says the same thing. Alright, well let's head on out to the... Yeah, let me see. Yeah, oh yeah, melee attack is down, black magic is all the way up, and white magic is unaffected, so I use a melee weapon. Oh, even the map is... Does it look darker? Am I crazy? Oh, random encounter here. Uh-oh. Do I need to run away from this one? Yeah, my attacks are down. Here's this band thing. Yeah, I don't know what that does. I guess I'll just attack these guys, and if I don't kill them, I'll start running. Alright, I'm gonna start running. Do I need to run? I mean, I'm doing half damage, but these guys are too, right? Okay, so they take a couple of hits. I don't think I need to run. Never mind. Alright, so the escape button is like a lot of Final Fantasy games where it's the top two buttons of the controls, so this attack decrease is rough, man. Ugh. I think I'm gonna need to turn up the combat speed a little bit, at least just for now. 5 people becomes quite a bit to manage. I know I kind of struggled with parts of Final Fantasy IV just because 5 people is a lot. But right now I might go ahead and turn the speed up a little bit. Oh wow, I went from level 1 to 4. Holy moly, look at all my stats increase. That was ridiculous. Alrighty guys, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here before I enter the grotto because I don't know how long I'm going to be in there, and I think this is a pretty okay start to the game. Got to watch the cutscene and, see how everything works. No real story development yet, but that'll be for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching me play Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. Years. What do you guys think of the game so far? I mean, I know it's not a lot to go off of yet. I know these graphics leave a lot to be desired, but the opening scene was pretty cool, and looks like it stayed pretty true to Final Fantasy IV, but you know, we've got this new moon mechanics to account for, so that's something different. Alright guys, well thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate you guys, and I'll see you with another video soon where I'm going to go into the grotto. Thanks again guys, and bye for now.